Hi everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today I would like to welcome you to the Creating Kindness blog and video hop. This month our theme is Touch of Metal. So to me that meant the Geared Up Garage stamp set with the coordinating Thinlits dies here. So I also pulled in the classic garage metal elements for the front of my card, as well as some of the black and silver trim, and I did some embossing with some silver emboss powder. So let's get started. So I've already stamped and die cut and colored in my toolbox with my light smoky slate Stampin' Blends, and I am going to add some Wink of Stella here to my tools to make them a little shiny, as to me tools need to have a little bit of shine. I left them uncolored. I did color the handles with some light crumb cake, but I'm just going to come in here to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the ends of the tools and to the lock here on this toolbox. You don't really notice too much of it, but it is very subtle. So that is that part. Now I'm going to be doing some embossing. So I've got some Garage Designer Series paper, Geared Up Garage Designer Series paper, and a piece of basic black cardstock that I have die cut with my rectangle stitched framelits. I'm going to take my Emboss Buddy and I'm going to just cover that. And my sentiment comes from Itty Bitty Birthdays. This is also from the Occasions catalog. So I'm going to bring in my Versamark and ink up my stamp. Line it up on my paper, on my grid paper, so that I know that I will be stamping it straight. Down in the corner here. And then I've got the three, I'm not sure if that's considered a nut or a bolt. I am not a tool kind of girl, so I really don't have any idea what these things are called. My husband would be beside himself, as he feels I should know the names of these things, but what can I say? Okay, so I've got all three of the images stamped here and my happy birthday. So I'm now going to come in with my silver emboss powder. I keep this in a dish that I got from the dollar store that has a lid. And I'm just using a little spoon that I had picked up, I'm not sure where. But I use some washi tape and attach it to the front of the top of my lid. So there's that. And then let's get some on my happy birthday here. It's very subtle on this Designer Series paper. That to the side. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my heat tool. Turn that on. Excuse the noise for just a few seconds here. You always want to heat your heat tool up first so that it has a chance to warm up before you bring it to your project. And there is that magic of it embossing that, and now let's bring that here. Now there are other team members that have created videos as well for this month's hop. All of the links will be in the description below, so please, if you wouldn't mind taking a look at all of the other team members' blog and video posts that they have, that would truly be appreciated. Okay, I'm now going to take my liquid glue and adhere this to the right corner. Now all of the measurements as well as the links for purchasing any of these supplies that I have used can be found in my online store. My links and all of the measurements will be on my blog, www.stampinwithmarcy.com. All of the links for all of the blog participants will be on my blog as well at the bottom of this post. So if you want to hop along, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I truly would appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I absolutely love to hear from you. Okay, I'm going to bring in my smoky slate cardstock base and fold that on the score line and give that a burnish with my bone folder. Get that nice and good solid crease. And then I am going to bring in my ribbon here and tie this around, making sure it is not twisted in the back. Okay, and I know I need it to be over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool and a glue dot, roll that, and once this is centered, I'm going to stick that right there. I know that that's where I want my knot to be. And stick that down. Whoops, that's twisted. Okay. Gives you a couple seconds more that you can let go of that when you have used a glue dot, so that it makes bow and knot tying so much easier when it is adhered to your card base or card front, just like that. And I'm going to take my snips and snip that and that. And then I'm going to adhere this to the base. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to build this up. I'm going to take my glue and a little bit on that. Adhere that. I like the liquid glue because it gives me a few moments more to adjust my placement of my cardstock. Okay, so there we have my base is built. So now I'm going to take some dimensionals here and I'm going to attach them to the back of my toolbox. Just a couple will do on either end. And place that at this end here, lining up on my grid paper so that I am sure that I'm not going to be sticking this down, whoops, crooked. There, okay, and now we're going to pull out a couple of these adorable little tools, the wrench and the key. So let's flip this around and put that, okay, we'll do it like that. So again, I'm going to take another mini glue dot, and with the piercing end of my take your pick, I'm going to roll my glue dot so that it is thinner, and I'm going to pick up my key, place that on there, and there's my key attached. Do that again for the wrench. If you roll your glue dots, makes them thinner, and that is totally hidden by the element. You're not going to see that glue dot at all. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in a couple more of my dimensionals. And we're going to place it just like that. And then I want to snip the ends of this just a bit more. And then I'm going to take my insert paper and I want to stamp a couple of these nuts or bolts, whatever you want to call them. The bottom, close up my smoky slate so I don't make a mess. Bring in my liquid glue. Open up my card. And there you have it. This is my take on A Touch of Metal. I hope you liked today's card. Please leave me a comment, a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you live in Canada and would like to purchase any of the supplies that I have used, I would love it if you shopped in my online store. Please click on the links below to follow along in our hub. Thanks so much. Bye.